Hello, boys and girls. This is your answer key for your reading passage that was included in your virtual learning. This is a short passage titled Flowers for Dinner. The skill that we are working on is visualization. So as you read, you're supposed to notice the details about how flowers might look and smell and taste. And then we're going to answer some questions to see how well you can analyze what it is that you've read. Flowers might look pretty on the dinner table, but what about serving them for dinner? In many cultures all around the world, people eat and enjoy different flowers in a variety of dishes. The purple flowers of the lavender plant add a sweet lemon taste to chocolate cake or ice cream. Pansies, which have a grassy flavor, are a delicious addition to green salads. Bright yellow dandelion petals look cheerful when sprinkled over rice. Squash blossoms can be fried or stuffed with cheese, and the flowers of plants such as jasmine and chamomile are commonly used to make tea. Does snacking on flowers sound weird? You may have eaten flowers already without realizing it. Several vegetables, such as cauliflower and broccoli, are actually flower buds. Broccoli forms tiny yellow blossoms as it continues to grow. Artichokes, if left on their stalks, form fuzzy purple blooms, and asparagus tips open into small pale green or white flowers. If you're interested in eating flowers, be sure to learn about the plants first. Not every flower is safe to eat. The best way to find a tasty and safe flower is to visit your local grocery store. Now, the first section here wants you to draw a picture of how you visualized one of the flowers that can be eaten. You could have drawn the asparagus, because asparagus grows on a stalk and it has kind of a bud at the top. It says that asparagus opens into small pale green or white flowers. So you could have just made little bitty flowers on the top of that asparagus stalk. Now I don't have my crayons right here with me, but if I did, I would color this green and it would have tiny little green and white flowers. Or you could have colored the dandelion, which would have been yellow. And it has stalk and also has these leaves on it that we do eat in salad. So it's up to you to draw the picture, how you visualize it. That means, how do you see it in your imagination? Let's take a look at the questions. Sometimes when we answer questions like this, it can be a little difficult because they give us lots of answers that could be right or sound right. But what we want to do is make sure we are choosing the correct answer based on this. Not based on what we think, but based on what the author told us. Question 1. How are broccoli and lavender similar? It says both have a lemon taste. Well, it tells me lavender has a lemon taste, but down here when talking about broccoli, it doesn't tell me how it tastes. Both are flowering plants. They are both flowering plants, that's true, so maybe this one's right. But let's check the others. Both are used for tea. It does not talk about lavender as tea, nor does it talk about broccoli as tea. It does speak of tea, but that's with jasmine and chamomile. So that one was a trick. Both have yellow flowers. It does not tell me what color the lavender plant is, but I do know from my own experience that lavender plant, the blooms are purple. Broccoli is yellow. So of all of these answers, the only one that it can be that's true is both are flowering plants. Do not answer this question on your memory or you probably will get it incorrect. Number 2, Why should you learn about a plant before eating its flower? That was stated in the very last paragraph. Not every flower is safe to eat. Now, just as you learned in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade, we should highlight that because that is the detail that is going to answer this question. That helps me to analyze my information. Why should you learn about a plant before eating its flower? To make sure the flower is safe to eat. That one seems right, but let's check the others. To find out how to serve the flower? No. To learn more about other cultures? No. To find out how the flower tastes? No. So I'm going to choose A, because that is what my text told me. What is the main idea of the 3rd paragraph? Well, I have to go back and look at the 3rd paragraph to answer the question. Paragraphs are found like this. This is the beginning of paragraph 1. This little indentation or scoochie mark is the beginning of paragraph 2. And this indentation or scoochie mark is the beginning of paragraph 3. And the 4th paragraph begins here at this indentation. So paragraph 3. Does snacking on flowers sound weird? You may have eaten flowers already without realizing it. Several vegetables, such as cauliflower and broccoli, are actually flower buds. Broccoli forms tiny yellow blossoms as it continues to grow. Artichokes, if left on their stalks, form fuzzy purple blooms, and asparagus tips open into small pale green or white flowers. We want only the main idea from that section and no other section. So let's see what our choices are. Eating flowers is weird. That's an opinion, and this is nonfiction, so that one's out. Plants produce flowers of different colors. Well, it's true, but that's not what that paragraph was talking about. Some vegetables are flower buds. That's a maybe, because that's what it did discuss. Cauliflower, broccoli, asparagus, artichokes, all being flower buds. The flowers of some plants are used for teas. That is not included in paragraph 3. So they gave you lots of trick answers here. The only one that's actually correct is C, because that is what was discussed in this section. And I can prove it by marking my answer as paragraph 3. What is the main idea of the passage? That means the main idea of the whole thing. Remember, main idea is not a detail. It is not a detail. It is a statement that talks about what all of the sentences are about. If I was going to keep score, how many points would each of these answers get? Okay, so many flowers can be eaten. That is true. It tells us about all of the different plants up here that we can use: lavender, pansies, dandelion, squash blossoms, jasmine, chamomile, the cauliflower, broccoli, those plants. So that is true. So I'm going to put a question mark. That could be it. Flowers are often eaten with desserts. That is a detail. It is not the main idea. It only talks about that in one short area. So no details. Many people eat flowers without realizing it. That is a detail. It only says that once. Details are not the main idea. Flowers are tastier than vegetables. Tastier makes this an opinion. Opinion is not going to be the main idea. This article is not all about that they are tastier than vegetables. So that is not the answer. Many flowers can be eaten is going to be our correct answer for main idea. Every paragraph in this passage is about flowers that can be eaten in some way. Now, if you have any questions on how we completed this reading passage practice, please send me a message.